Let's see there. Hello there, Curi. Oh, I already got your ult down. Yeah, I already got you. I got you set up already. Um, I saw that you were live on Masters earlier, and I was like, all right, cool, I got that. So we're chilling. And I see Shuichi live, but I don't see him in chat yet. I don't see him quite in chat yet. Let me just take a look at something real quick. Okay. All right. This out. Chat. No way. Hello, Shuichi. Hope you're doing well. I see both players here, so I'm gonna just transition to the normal scene since y'all are both here. I just got out of the bank. Hoping that my money comes in on time. It should come in on time, like before I fly out, so I should be okay. I'm gonna check Hertz and input. I saw Curi already had it, and Shuichi has it, so we're chilling. So we're gonna put out a starting seed when both players have sufficiently warmed up. It's gonna be EF25B4. It's gonna be our starting seed once both players have sufficiently warmed up. And I'm gonna put out the go live message as well. So yeah, why not? Why not, bruh? Gotta do that. Gotta do that. Okay. Because of Masters, yeah, I saw that. It was a close match. I was like kind of listening. I was more so just listening to it as I was running my errands. It sounded like it was a pretty close match. Like he could have made top 8. I don't know. Maybe he's starting to become. You know what I'm saying? He might be a legit player now. Might be legit, full on legit. You're going with the C2WC, right? Or at least I think you are. I forget. So Curi has in the seat and is ready. As does Shuichi. Now just waiting for him to ready up and we'll begin. Your gas might be cooked today. Well, sounds like this might be a battle of who's more cooked. But we'll see in this match as both players are ready for game number 1. So let's get them going. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, it's tough. It's it's tough out here. Sometimes you just give games away you probably shouldn't, but you can't predict the future, I guess. So starting off, we have Curi on the left side, currently 2-0 in the division, has defeated Cobra in a sweep and Somalian in a decider. Gonna be looking to continue his perfect streak. Maybe with 3-0 would essentially make it extremely likely that he promotes to Division 1. Alright, Shuichi up a little high, but we'll get a triple and a Tetris to lower down the stack. And now is safe on the board. And on the right side, we have Shuichi currently 1-0 in the division, has defeated Poopy Old Hag in a sweep a couple of days ago. He's going to be looking to continue that here, go 2-0. Just make it that much more likely that both these players, or that he goes to Division 1. 94k here for Curi, 79 for Shuichi. Oh, both players up very high, but it's going to be Curi that hangs that bar, and he's going to be done at 95k. So it'll be Shuichi that takes game number 1 at 125. Unfortunate top out there, but GG. Need to get that player going, this player going, this player going. Okay. Yeah, a little unfortunate, but it happens. Alright, both players having the seed and are ready for game number 2. Let's get them going. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Okay. Zozdid. ZOZ. In terms of the DOS League world, this is Curi's second season. First played in season 2 in early 2025 in the second tier, and ended up making the top 4 of that, and has since gotten better and better at this. So it's always good to see players get better over time. I believe Shuichi has played every season. Yeah, has played every season. Even season 1, just he was in the second tier during that first season. Ended up going out to SV in those playoffs. Shuichi up to 116, Curi at 94k. And Shuichi also just recently getting a new PB, finally breaking that 1.2 barrier after so long. I know all too well how that feels, so good to see that he has finally been able to conquer that. It's one of like the last bastions of like requirements one would want to, you know, kind of complete the cycle of having all like the top DAS player achievements. 1.2, or at least that's how it used to be back in the day. 190 here for Shuichi, 188 for Curi. Although it is behind a couple of lines, so when the lines match up, Curi is ahead by about a Tetris. So I need to get this. After this, we're gonna take a few hours break, and then we'll come back around 2:30 UTC to pull a back-to-back match, or a back-to-back stream. Just trying to get in my matches, make sure I fill in my quota, you know, before I go overseas, or not overseas, but cross country. All right, 265 apiece for both players. So very efficient start to the first half of 18. And both players kind of doubting their DAS, but at least so far seems to be okay. Wouldn't really count an early top as part of that, as even top players early top sometimes. Alright, sure, you're gonna get that T all the way to the left and get the Tetris. Board was looking a little dangerous there, but board is now perfectly clean. Very high left and lower right. 340 apiece for both players. Both are probably looking for a mid 500 going into 19. Let's see. I know in terms of elo, I believe Shuichi is slightly favored, but it's not by much. This is a pretty even matchup, both by PB and elo. In terms of total, I guess potential, I guess Shuichi might be higher as well, since I've seen him 1.1 a couple times in comp. Of course, you have to play to that potential. I believe Curi was trying to go for a Z spin tuck adjustment there, but misdropped the S. But we'll get a Tetris out of it. Goes up to 462. Shuichi at 438. He was not really able to capitalize on Curi's slowdown, and in fact, he has encountered a slowdown of his own. He has to make a bar dependency, but fills it in. Both players about to reach transition, and about 10 lines left. Here's board looking clean, as is Shuichi's, albeit a little high, but we'll get that Tetris to knock it down. Shuichi's going to be the first one in at 516. And Curi has one more Tetris available, but will need to burn in as sets up the delayed burn. Goes in at 536. Shuichi up very high, needs a bar and needs it now. Gets the bar, but does not get the quick tap, and he's going to be done at 520. So it's going to be Curi that takes game number 2. GG. Yeah, misrotate stuff. GG. Next seed will be 0-1. 0-1. Oh no, guys, it's turning into an all-number seed almost. We could just turn the B to an 8. Alright, both players are ready for game number 3. Let's get them going. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I said ready. Are you delayed on my end? I don't think so. Oh, I guess a little bit. I guess like a second. It was like a second on my end. But got it done. So with each game, players are reaching further and further into the end game. That time both players reaching transition. But it was Curi with the pace lead, and that allowed him to take that game. Shuichi's setting up a couple of delayed burns on the left side, and luckily gets the L piece to complete it. I would love a J to that left side or a bar. J comes first, and another J comes to lower down the stack. $57K here for Shuichi, 99 for Curi. So Curi once again taking a little bit of an advantage of Shuichi's misfortune. Both players here probably looking to continue their win streaks, though, as they only need to make second place in the division, though, since there is 2 auto promotion spots into Division 1 and 1 promo playoff. So there's 3 chances to promote in Division 2 up to Division 1. So yeah, really be on the lookout for that. It's going to be good to see how that shapes up in the next couple of weeks as we begin to march towards the end of the season. Alright, Curi going to misship that S in the center of the board. That was a board dependency, but uncovers it. Now the well is open. Board's looking a lot nicer. Takes a safety triple and a Tetris up to 293. 248 here for Shuichi. When the lines match up, Curi is ahead by 2 Tetrises. Right, he's probably looking for a mid to high 500 going into 19, and Shuichi also probably looking for the same thing, if not maybe a lower 500. But needs to look to open this well as he's up very high. Is not able to use that bar, unfortunately, for the Tetris. Still up high. Spire of squares here on the board. Alright, reopens the well. Closes it once again. Well, it's reopened for Shuichi. Gets the bar and the Tetris, and that's going to give him some much needed relief. Should be able to survive this board now. 308 for him, 391 for Curi. Has a delayed vid setup that is not being rewarded. That's a dirty Tetris setup on column 8 and gets it. Really pushing this efficiency to the max. This has allowed him an 100,000 point lead in the 100 line mark. 443 for Curi, 359 for Shuichi. Shuichi here setting up a column 2 and gets it. Gonna be able to perfect transfer into a column 4 setup, and it's gonna do just that. And gets the bar immediately. Goes into 430, 511 for Curi. Both players having 4 Tetrises left before the transition. So Curi, you're not gonna get that 600, but definitely can get that high 500, as I said earlier. Here he goes in at 547. Shuichi here just trying to make sure his board is clean as he goes into 19, but has to make a massive bar dependency in column 2, fills it in, and goes into 19 at 466. So about 90,000 down. Gets double bars for the left side. Is now set up waiting for this bar. Curi also set up on column 2 or row 2. Ooh, nice adjustment for that L piece on the side of Curi. Waiting out the bar, finally gets it. Now just needs to start to dig this stack down. As does Shuichi. Also gets a Tetris and needs to fix his stack. So it looks like both players being forced into some pretty complicated boards. 592 for Curi, 534 for Shuichi. And now both players' boards are clean and are ready to begin scoring once again. Nice T-spin there for Shuichi, but doesn't get that L all the way over, and he's going to be done at 537. And Curi at 631 will be good for game number 3. GG. Yeah, just kind of an unfortunate hang there. Kind of just happens. I say Curi may try and go for the max out. Yeah, you can tell by the aggression. Has a couple of burns for it. No, it's just getting intentional top. 714. I respect the hustle. But that will give Curi their second win. Next seed will be 1-2. Or, yeah, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. The heck am I saying? I almost wanted to say 1-3. Alright, both players having the seed and are ready for game number 4. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And both players are ready to begin. Curi up 2-1, looking to end it right here and now. Gonna just do this real quick for Curi. There we go. Just see if that helps things a little bit. There we go. Well, Shuichi looking to take this next game and bring us to a decider. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, this line spin there for Curi. It's going to complicate the board just a little bit. We'll get a Tetris out of it, though. But I would love a square. Or could build, actually, on for row 8, or column 8. But it's not going to do that, just burn. It's just going to be able to burn it up. Shuichi gonna get this Tetris up to 176 for Curi, so now this time it is Shuichi in the driver's seat with the base lead. Alright, Curi just setting up. Gonna get this next Tetris up to 170, 193 for Shuichi. Shuichi up 1 Tetris worth. It was kind of a low left side with the love of J piece over there. It gets a bar instead. Meanwhile, Curi here, kind of a complicated board, has a series of tuck setups that just we're not able to really work out. It's gonna slow him down just a little bit. He's gonna set up, try and set up this dirty column 3, but has to block the well. Now Curi in a little bit of danger. He's bringing it down low, row by row. So should be able to survive. Alright, is set up for this column 3. Finally gets the bar and the Tetris up to 209, 273, now 296 for Shuichi. So when the lines match up, it is Shuichi with the 4 Tetris lead. Really taking advantage of Curi's slowdown there. So Shuichi this time looking for a 600, maybe going into 19, or a high 500 at the very least. Meanwhile, Curi probably looking for a 500 flat, maybe a high 400 going in. It'll all depend on how the pieces decide to fall. 354 for Curi at the 100 line mark. 458 for Shuichi. Now drawing a true 100,000 player lead. Oh, but a couple of hangs in the center of the board for Shuichi. Needs to bring this down now. Needs a flat piece of that right side. He gets the square. I would love a T piece and gets it. So Shuichi starting to bring this down. It needs to pretty quickly as transition's coming. In about 10 lines, would love a bar. This would lower down the stack and basically guarantee survival and gets the bar. And now Shuichi's going to be perfectly fine now. Shuichi now at 498. Curi at 446. Kind of a scare there for Shuichi right before transition. But he's going to be just fine. He's going to go in at 503. Alright, so Curi actually could transition a little higher than that. He's able to get these pieces, but they're not showing up. And it's just going to have to triple in at 484. But goes in with a very healthy board and immediately gets a Tetris up to 512, 532 for Shuichi going into level 20. Shuichi another Tetris, 586, 540 here for Curi. Board is set up for the Tetris. Now it's a perfectly flat stack. Gets another Tetris there. Now trailing only 2 Tetrises. And sets up the aggressive hockey bar. And gets rewarded 595. 617 for Shuichi, now only trailing by 1 Tetris. Was previously trailing by as much as 100,000. Really been able to make a comeback in the post. Needs an L piece. Gets the L piece. And gets rewarded with a bar. Nice survival skills there for Curi. 633 for him, 680 for Shuichi. It looks like both players having a good handle on the 19 speeds with their dash control. This is some very good play here. Curi doesn't exactly get a J piece there. Now board is super high. Needs to clear this out and clear this out now. Could maybe clear this out if he can just get an S piece and a bar. Gets the bar, but it's not going to be able to get it over. He's going to be done at 697. Shuichi at 803 will take game number 4 and bring us to a decider. GG. Excuse me. Looks like Shuichi gonna go for the 1.1 maybe? Alright, has one burn for it. We'll need to just set up completely dirty here the whole time, so probably just gonna go for the max out. Oh my god. Excuse me. Just died there on air. Oh, misshipped of that L piece. Just needs anything over the left side, but it's not going to get it. It's going to be done at 979, but takes game number 4 regardless. Alright, and the final seed for today in this match will be 2-3. 23. Ready 2-3. I see that both players having the seed and are ready, so we're gonna get them going in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Should have said 5, but whatever. I mistyped. It is what it is. Sometimes you mistype and you just gotta go with it. Alright, nice square tuck there on the left side for Curi. Gonna resolve that stack. So this next game here will determine who continues their perfect record in the division. It'll be Curi with the 3-0 or Shuichi with the 2-0. And both players get a high up Tetris. 115 for Curi, 76 and a 98 for Shuichi. And overall, this has been a pretty close matchup. Not too much drama in the grand scheme of things. Like here and there, there's some slowdowns, but other than that, not too much. Alright, 207 here for Curi, 190 for Shuichi. Curi here having to block the well. Gets a bar to that left side. And now we'll be able to reopen the well, and does. Pulls back that bar, or pulls back that L piece for the bar and gets the Tetris. Nice adjustment for Curi to maintain efficiency. 236 for Shuichi, 281 for Curi. Yeah, this is looking like dual 600 transition pace here for both players. It's been a very healthy start to the game. Curi here, 1 Tetris ahead when the lines match up. Both players just stacking very cleanly. But after this, later on we'll have a Division 1 match, a Division 2 match, and a Division 4 itch. So it'll be good to see how that goes. Especially the lower divs. I know the Division 1 match is gonna be great because it's Division 1, but I like to see how the lower divisions fare. Especially since the lower divs aren't that low as you would think they are. I mean, like Division 4 still has 1.1 players in it. Maybe not as consistent, but still 1.1 players. Just DOS League in general has always been very top heavy. Or 51 apiece for both players, and at basically the same line count. Both matching each other's efficiency. Curi set up for this Tetris. Still playing on row 2. trying to maintain this efficiency. Doesn't need to exactly burn it all the way down, as both players are approaching transition in 15 lines. Curi taking a 1 Tetris lead at 528 for him, 510 for Shuichi. Let's see, it looks like Curi will be able to get this 600 as long as the pieces are relatively friendly. Shuichi gonna have to go in with this next Tetris, and goes in at 581. And Curi gonna go in at 598, so about a 3/4 of a Tetris lead. Tries to tuck that S, but misshifts. And it looks like both players here are in a spiral. Let's see who can survive this. Shuichi trying to get something to that left side with love an L piece. Gets the L piece and gets that bar all the way over. It goes up to 616. Curi at 630. And Shuichi's board is perfectly clean now. So now it's time for Curi to try and survive this as long as he can. Board is creeping up higher and higher, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to do too much here. And now he's going to be done at 638. And so Shuichi at 654 will take game number 5 and the set. It was looking very dangerous there for both players, but it will be Shuichi that takes it using the column 3 Tetris setup. Overshifts that Z just a little bit, but can actually get out of this if he gets an S piece over or a square, but it doesn't matter, as Shuichi has taken game number 5 and the set. Were you trying to look forward to this match, Shui, there? I'm sorry. Yeah, you came right at the end. GG's on commentating Shuichi. I mean, yeah. Wait a minute. Doesn't he usually does commentary on Peldas Monthly, right? I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, that dig was crazy. I was kind of surprised you didn't try and put that bar all the way to the left first, but I could see that you just didn't have full DAS, so you just had to find an alternative solution. So yeah, it will be Shuichi that takes that 3-2 over Curi. So I'm gonna report this now. It's going to be at we'll say 2015 or 2115. We'll do 2115. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna go to my channel. Let me see what videos I have, and then wait, let me refresh. Right, there we go. There we go. Bang. And we're gonna report now and see what this does to the table. And now let's put Shuichi up on top of the table, 2-0 with 14 points. You are not good at quick tap? Ah, okay. I guess that is true. That seems to be a common theme. That seems to be a common theme amongst like European players. It's not that they're bad at quick taps. It's more so that I don't see them. It's just like I don't usually see them quick tap as often as American players. Yeah, no, Curi is good at DAS. Curi's good at DAS. As much as people, think, oh, they might play even worse in DAS than they do in other things. Nope, Curi's good at DAS. Proved that in season 2, and it's proven it here. Alright, I'm gonna see who's live right now. Anybody non-corporate live right now? I see Stolen is live. I'll raid out to Stolen. It looks like he's also doing a deathmatch, so why not? Oh, I almost said stolen short sound, not stolen short sword. There we go. There we go. That's good. We'll do that. Getting outpaced almost every time. Yeah, no, it's very rare that I see you get outpaced like ever. It's very rare. You usually outpace everybody. So yeah. All right. So thanks for letting me cast this. I will see y'all in a few hours. And go say hi to Stolen. And goodbye. Whoop. Guys, hop on Smash Bros. Hop on Smash Bros.